if one of Samsung's most hyped phones of the year never made it to your country? That's the big question surrounding the Galaxy S25 Edge right now. Originally expected to launch on April 15 and then pushed to May 13, the release date is now being pushed back even further, maybe to the end of May. But here's the catch, it might only launch in 2 countries. According to a trusted source, Ice Universe, Samsung is now planning to release the Galaxy S25 Edge only in South Korea and China next month. That's it. No US launch. No Europe either, at least not for now. If this sounds familiar, that's because it reminds people of last year's Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. That phone also launched in just a couple of places and never went global. But unlike the Z Fold, Samsung originally had bigger plans for the Galaxy S25 Edge. In fact, back in January, there was a leak suggesting the phone would be available in 39 countries, including big markets like the UK, France, India, Brazil, Mexico, and Australia. So what happened? That's still unclear. Some believe there might be a technical issue or production delay behind the scenes. And if Samsung doesn't fix it soon, there's a real chance the phone may remain exclusive to South Korea and China, at least for a while. That's not exactly great news for fans around the world who are excited about this slim and stylish device. Still, there's hope that Samsung might roll it out in more countries by June. But for now, it's all up in the air. Now, if the Galaxy S25 Edge does launch in Europe soon, we already have a good idea of the price. A recent report says the base version with 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage will cost €1,249, which is about $1,365. That's more expensive than the standard Galaxy S25, plus by around €100 in most European markets. And if you want more storage, the 512 GB version is expected to be priced at €1,369, which comes out to about $1,495. At those prices, it's still cheaper than the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but it also comes with fewer features, like no stylus and just 2 rear cameras instead of 4. Still, the Galaxy S25 Edge has some premium stuff going for it. It's rumored to come in a titanium build with some whispers about a possible ceramic version, and it will be super thin, just under 6mm thick. Inside, it packs a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, a 6.7-inch display, and a 3,900 mAh battery. Not huge, but probably the best Samsung could fit into that slim frame. The main camera is expected to be a powerful 200-megapixel sensor, the same one found on the Ultra model, and will be paired with a 12-megapixel ultra-wide shooter. So with all that, is it worth the price? That depends on how much you care about thin design over battery life or extra camera features. Some people might love the sleek look and lightweight feel. Others might see it as, would you pay more for a thinner phone even if it came with a smaller battery? That's the question many are asking after the Galaxy S25 Edge briefly showed up online, along with prices that caught everyone off guard. A deleted listing from an Italian retailer gave us a surprise peek at what Samsung might charge for its upcoming slim model. And if this leak turns out to be true, with every new release, people expect something than expected. And now it looks like Samsung is finally thinking about doing something based in Italy. According to a page showing the Galaxy S25 Edge with 2 storage slot, the 256 gigabytes version was listed at €1,362, and the 512 gigabytes version came in at €1,488. That's roughly €100 more than earlier reports had suggested. People were originally guessing prices closer to €1,249 or €1,259 for the base version. So this new leak definitely raised eyebrows. The price is listed also. What if Samsung brings back something in the Galaxy S25 series Plus in the lineup? Yep, after skipping surprising because the Edge is supposed to be a flagship killer. The company might go back to offering splitting chips based on design for people who care about style and portability. Of course, the Galaxy S25 Ultra leaks suggest Samsung is working hard to bring the X back, but the Galaxy S25 Edge was supposed to launch in April. Another Italian store called changed. Also showed the same release before taking the listing down. So this wasn't just a one-off mistake. Behind the delay. Both sites also showed 3 expected color options excited about: titanium silver, titanium jet black, and titanium. No one really knew why. Those in Eddie called them Tykes, as Samsung is setting a new date. We're pretty sure it's the same thing. But the reason there's no mention of a 1 terabyte model, so those from other reports says the delay doesn't seem to be caused by any hardware problems or production. The Galaxy S25 Edge is maybe related to changes within Samsung's top management. Just 5. Samsung has reportedly delayed the launch of the Galaxy S25 Edge, pushing it from April to May or possibly even June 2025.
But to get that
this
thin,
device
Samsung
Samsung
reportedly
reportedly
had
had
to
to
shrink
shrink
the
the
battery.
Samsung has
It's
decided
expected to
hold
come
off
with a
on launching the device for a little
3900
longer.
mAh
Decided
battery,
to shift the
which
timeline.
is smaller than most
Unlike
flagships
its major
today.
scale
That
launch
might be a
event
deal
for the
breaker for
Galaxy
heavy users.
S25 Edge.
The display will
Instead,
reportedly be
the company is
6.6
expected to introduce the
which is a
device
good
through an
size
online
for a phone
event
this slim.
where it will announce
It'll
the
also
official
pack the
price and
Snapdragon
availability.
8 Elite processor,
As for the pricing,
which means
reports
performance
suggest
won't
that
be
the
an issue.
256
Whether you're gaming,
gigabytes variant
multitasking,
of the
or
Galaxy
just scrolling,
S25
this
Edge
phone should
will
feel
be priced
fast
at
and
approximately
smooth.
1.5
As for the cameras,
million Korean
Samsung
won,
isn't cutting
which
too many
translates
corners.
to around
You'll get a 200
$1,023.
megapixels main camera.
Yes,
This positions
the
the
same
phone
one
in the
used in the
premium
Galaxy
segment,
S25
aligning
But
Ultra.
Samsung isn't stopping at
Alongside
just the
that, there's
phone.
expected to be a
Alongside the
12
Galaxy
megapixels
S24
ultra-wide
F8,
sensor.
we're likely
It's
going
not
to
a
see the
triple
launch.
or
That's
quad
incredible
setup
if
like
you
some
want
might
long-term
but it
software
still
support.
sounds solid
this
for a
year.
thin phone.
The Galaxy
Now let's talk
S25
release
Edge
dates.
would be the company's
Originally,
first
Samsung was
ultra-thin
expected to
flagship
announce the
smartphone.
S25
Lighter,
Edge in
slimmer,
mid-April,
and more compact.
but according to
than
recent
the same
reports,
size
the launch
screen
may now
as the
happen
Galaxy
on May 15th.
S25 Plus
There's also
processor
no word yet
and come
on
equipped
whether
with
this
a phone will
solid,
be sold
although
in the United
simplified,
States camera
or if
setup.
they'll have a limited
But something
release in
unexpected
select markets
happened.
only. Pricing details. What happens when a phone that's supposed to lead a new trend risks falling behind before it even launches? That's the story now forming around the Galaxy S25 Edge, a phone that was expected to set a new direction for Samsung and possibly the entire industry. The interest began when Samsung first revealed its plans at the Unpacked event earlier this year. The Galaxy S25 Edge would be the company's first ultra-thin flagship smartphone. Lighter, slimmer, and more compact than the usual S-series devices, it promised something fresh. Many saw this as a strong move, especially with Apple rumored to be working on a similar idea under the name iPhone 17 Air. Leaks soon followed. According to sources close to the industry, the S25 Edge would feature nearly the same size screen as the Galaxy S25 Plus, but with a noticeably thinner and lighter design. Early details confirmed that it would also be powered by the latest high-end processor and come equipped with a solid, although simplified, camera setup. But something unexpected happened. Pricing details started to leak online. In Europe, an Italian online retailer listed the Galaxy S25 Edge at €1,360 for the 256GB base model. That is around €200 more than the Galaxy S25 Plus with the same storage. When converted, that's roughly $1,100 USD compared to the $1,000 starting price of the S25 Plus in the US. This price surprised many. The S25 Edge, according to leaks, has a smaller battery, fewer camera sensors, and similar display and performance hardware compared to the S25 Plus. Yet, it's expected to cost more. Meanwhile, Apple's rumored iPhone 17 Air is expected to launch just a few months later, and early reports suggest a starting price of $900 USD, with Apple's Pro Max model sitting at around $1,200. This new lighter iPhone could offer users a more affordable option without compromising too much. There are also rumors that Apple's iPhone 17 Air will bring 120Hz ProMotion display to its non-Pro lineup for the first time. It may even introduce silicon carbon battery technology, which is known for offering better battery life in smaller sizes. These changes could make the iPhone 17 Air more appealing in the thin phone category, especially if the pricing holds true. So now there's a major contrast forming. On one side, there's the Galaxy S25 Edge, thinner and lighter, but expected to cost more than the full-featured model in the same lineup. On the other, the iPhone 17 Air, also thinner and lighter, but positioned as a more affordable option compared to Apple's higher-end phones. All of this is happening while the tech world is closely watching global economic conditions. New tariffs and rising manufacturing costs could impact pricing for all electronics, not just smartphones. But those factors affect most companies equally. What makes the difference now is how these brands choose to price their products. With the Galaxy S25 Edge, the pressure is on. Its design shows a bold move. Its pricing might decide its future. As more details continue to surface, many will be watching to see if Samsung adjusts its strategy, or if this new concept struggles before it even hits the shelves. Make sure to subscribe for more updates as this story unfolds. What are your thoughts on this new trend of thin phones? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.